Okay, so my video stopped, so I'm going to do this again. This is the coffee bucket, coffee enema bucket, and you put, I use my coffee maker to brew the coffee, and it's a quart of water and 3 tablespoons of coffee, and you want to use the brown filters, and that way, because the white ones are bleached. So use the brown filters and use organic coffee and grind it up in a coffee grinder. It's only like $20 at Winn-Dixie. They have coffee grinders, or maybe cheaper than that. And so you'll grind up your own because you want to get the organic. And then you put a quart of water in the coffee maker, and it comes up to the 6-cup line on my coffee maker. I don't know why, because the quart's only 4 cups, but on the coffee maker it comes up to 6 cups. And so it has this tubing, and also talked about how there's an enema bag as well. You can do the bag or the bucket, but it has this release valve on it, so you can release it when you're ready. And then it has the tip. It has several different kinds of tips on that you can use. And so that'd be, I think it comes with like 4 or 5 different tips. So you could use them for different people. And then, you know, you'll want to use Vaseline to lube it, and then you'll lay on the floor, and you'll put a pillow on the floor and a towel down to make it comfortable, and then you'll put the bucket on the floor next to you. It has a handle, but you don't have to hang it up. If you hang it up, I don't recommend it, because it's gonna go really quickly, and it can be uncomfortable. So lay the bucket down next to you on the floor, and when you're ready, just release the valve, this little valve, and so it's going to take about 12 minutes for this whole quart to go through your go into your colon. Nothing's going to come out. I was really surprised, because I expected as soon as it went in that it would just come right back out, because I'm used to that with the Colonics, with the 5-gallon bucket. But since it's on the floor and it's going slowly, it doesn't come out. It doesn't expel, so it just stays in. I was really astonished by this, that a whole quart will go all the way in and stay in, and it takes about 12 minutes for that, because your colon, I think, is about 3 foot long. So you fill it up. It's amazing that much liquid can go in there and stay in there. But you want to go slow, because if you go too fast, it may come out. So if you just take your time and go slow with it, keep the bucket on the floor, and then when you're ready, you raise the bucket up with your hand. Just hold the handle and raise it up just like halfway. Raise your hand up, and then it'll start going more. You'll feel it start filling up. And one thing I do want to mention is, when you get done making the coffee, make sure that you let it cool completely, because you would not want to burn yourself. That'd be really bad. So make sure the coffee cools completely, but let it just be like, room temperature or warm. But when you lower the bucket on the floor, it pretty much almost stops. It doesn't go in very much at all. When you raise it up, your hand up, the bucket up, it will go in a little bit more. You'll really feel it. And if you really want it to go in faster, you can raise your arm all the way up, stretch your arm all the way up. That can be uncomfortable, to raise your arm all the way up. So it's gravity flow. So the more gravity, the faster it's going to go, the more pressure. It's going to be more uncomfortable, because you're going to feel that pressure, and you're going to feel a need to expel it quicker. So just let it kind of take its time, go in a little bit at a time, and then you'll be able to absorb it, and you won't have to get up and it'll take 12 minutes, and then you get up and you expel everything on the toilet. Now, you could do this with water if you did not have the Colonics Board that I was talking about earlier. You could do this with just water and do a Colonics or an Enema. An Enema is it only goes into like a smaller area of the colon, but the Colonics is deep. It goes through the whole colon, because it's more water and more time. But so the so this takes about 12 minutes, and you're going to get up and down, up and down, up and down. So that's what's nice about the Colonics Board. Even though you could use this bucket for just a quart instead of 5 gallons, you do have to get up and down as many times as you want to do this. So you'd fill it up, you'd lay there for 12 minutes. Once it's all in, get up, remove the tip, get up, expel it over the toilet, and then lay down and do it again as many times as you need to. But it's a lot of getting up and down, so that's why the board is nice. But if you're older and you can't get up and down off the floor very easily, or you don't want to, the board is really nice to have, and it's a good investment, even though I know it costs a little bit. But and here's the board. It's a really good investment. It's not ever going to break. I mean, it's never going to break. The bucket's never going to break. I mean, I've had it for 12 years. And so, yeah, it's a very good investment. And it's going to cure a lot of things for you. It's going to heal a lot of problems. Now, in Dr. Jensen's book that I was talking about, Dr. Jensen's Guide to Better Bowel Care, I don't have that book in front of me, but you can get that book, and I highly recommend every human being read that book. And in that book, he shows what's come out of some people, and there's been like rubber black tire. That's what's on the walls of the colon. Like I explained earlier, on the walls of the colon, there's fecal matter from years and years and years, and so it has toxins in it. And if it stays in the colon and the walls are not clean, then you're constantly reabsorbing those toxins back into your system, back into your bloodstream, and it's going to all the other organs in your body and poisoning them, and that's why you get disease. So you want the colon to be clean. So back in the old days, people, enemas were a normal part of life. They were a normal routine when you needed it. When you needed it, if you're constipated, if you weren't going to the bathroom like you should, and even little newborns and infants, you could take one of those little syringe for their nose that you use, the suction, and just put warm water in it and put it in their rectum and massage their tummy. And that's why that'll help them go to the bathroom. A lot of times they get colic because their tummy's hurting, and it just needs some help to release the the impaction or the constipation. So they just need a little bit of help. So that is why, that was very, very often practice that they did for newborns and any child or an adult who, is not going to the bathroom regularly, or we have all this built up from years and years of eating the wrong things and not going to the bathroom, and digestion's not working correctly. So, but the coffee, I was really not sure about the coffee enema. I did my first one last week, and I really wasn't sure. I was skeptical about it because I know that coffee is not good to drink. It's caffeine, it's a poison, it's addictive, it's something that, if it ends in INE, and caffeine ends in INE, then also the, nicotine ends in INE, and strychnine ends in INE, and that is a poison. So it's definitely not good to drink it. But I was thinking, well, what's different about going up the other end? If it's bad to drink, then, why would you put it up? Why would it be good for the other end? And I think, after, I don't like to do things I don't understand, so I did want to try it. And what it is supposed to do is supposed to, the caffeine is a stimulant, so it's supposed to stimulate the bile and liver ducts so that they open up and release their toxins into the colon more easily. So you're assisting the body. And so after I did that, I felt really, really good. You have a sense of well-being, and I felt very energized. My energy was through the roof. Lots and lots of energy. So, and they say that it's not from the some people think it's from the caffeine, and being stimulated, but it's not. But they say it's from releasing the toxins out of your body that gives you all the energy, and that made sense to me. And it's definitely not addictive. I would say it's not addictive at all. I don't think it is. I've done it, I think, 2 or 3 times now. I think I've done it twice. But anyway, after I got done, I went and told my husband, I'm like, you got to try this. Because he's done the colonics. But I said, you got to try this. I think you'll like it. So lots of energy. And you know, it's just understanding that it's assisting the body. And to me, if it's opening up those ducts where those toxins are held, because the liver helps you know, it's where the toxins go through, and that's its job, is to get rid of toxins. So if you're opening up the liver, and then the gall bladder, the ducts to the bile that assist the liver, if you're opening those up and so that it can come into the colon a lot quicker and a lot easier, then to me, the caffeine in this method is just like a key unlocking a door. It's a tool. You know, it's a tool that unlocks the door and helps assist the body. So I feel pretty good about that. But anyway, yeah, it was lots and lots and lots of energy. I've never had that much energy before, which I actually, and it wasn't like a nervous energy either, you know, like you would get from caffeine or shakes or anything like that. So it was a different type of energy. And the energy too, I noticed that, I mean, another thing that it could have also been, I haven't done it again since, but I was actually doing the water fast, the watermelon fast for the kidneys. So doing that gives, you know, not eating gives you a lot of energy because you're not taking the energy to digest food. So fasting gives you lots of energy. So combined with that, I mean, I just had lots and lots of energy. So, so that probably was part of it as well. I think that's all I wanted to say about this. Anyway, I hope this was informative, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.